Is there going to be a part 4 of the quadratic series? You bet there's going to be a part 4 of the quadratic series. Why wouldn't there be? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you saw the last video, you know we just completed a square, and some of you might have thought, wow, you're an idiot. Why are you doing it this way? Well, let's take a look at another way. So, the whole idea behind this one is there another way I can make this 1? Right? Because if it's 1, then the c value equals b divided by 2 squared for a perfect square trinomial. Well, guess what? Why not just divide everything by my a value? So I'm going to divide everything by 2. So I get x squared minus 11 halves x plus 6 equals 0. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do is find my c value. That makes this a perfect square trinomial. So I'm going to do c equals 1 half my b value squared. Notice I'm not dividing my b value by 2 because my b value is a fraction. Remember, we're using my new b value, not my original b value, because we had a problem with this whole 2 out front and everything. So 1 half times this gives me negative 11 fourths. Remember, this is going to be important later. What's negative 11 squared? 121. What's 4 squared? 16. Cool. Now, remember, if we add 121/16, we need to subtract 121/16. We need to make sure that there is balance. We don't want things to be unbalanced and falling out all over the place and being crazy. So I got my balance because I added and I took it away with. So let's look at this part again. Is there a common denominator that I can share with these two? Well, this is 6 over 1. Let's say the common denominator is going to be 16. So I get 96/16 minus 121/16, which gives me negative 25/16. I want to get this by itself. So how do I undo subtraction? With addition, of course. So I now have this equals this. What plus what gives me this b value, but multiply gives me the c value? Did you forget? That's right. It's the b value divided by 2 squared. So notice I get x minus 11 fourths times by x minus 11 fourths equals 25/16. Well, when you have a binomial times a binomial, we just end up squaring those. So in order to get this by itself, we apply the square root property once again. So we get x minus 11 fourths equals plus or minus the square root of 25/16. Square root of 25 was 5. The square root of 16 is 4. So we can now add the 11 fourths to both sides. So we get x equals 11 fourths plus or minus 5 fourths. Uh-oh, looks like they got something in common. They got that common denominator. So let's write it as 11 plus or minus 5 over 4. And with this notation, that means we get 11 minus 5 over 4 and 11 plus 5 over 4. So this gives me 11 fourths over 16 fourths, which you better believe, once again, deja vu, x equals 3 halves, comma 4.